Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Direct YT here, and I'm back with another video, guys. Today we are back playing some build battle, but we have some very important things to talk about today. One, obviously, being the title of the video. I want to talk about how much money do small YouTubers make, because one, I find that very interesting. The whole money side of YouTube is something that actually is so interesting to me, and I thought I would share it with you guys because, well, I feel like maybe some of you have the same questions or have the same curiosities that I do. But before we jump straight into today's video, one, we have to pick a theme. I guess I'm going to go with fishing rod or maybe a firework, but I want to let you guys know that me and my girlfriend, Courtney, just made a brand new YouTube channel for us to make some YouTube videos together on. We just uploaded our first ever YouTube video together. So if you guys could do me a favor, go down into the description. It should be the first link down in the description. And if you guys could just drop a subscribe on that YouTube channel, because we're going to be trying to post at least twice a week, if not more than that. So everyone that goes over there is much appreciated. So jumping into today's topic of today's video, one, we have to build a rat, which is not going to be easy. And two, I wanted to talk about how much money YouTubers make, or I guess small YouTubers make. And at the end of this video, I will actually be showing exactly how much money I made from YouTube in 2019, because, well, I just think it's super interesting, and I think a lot of you will probably think it's interesting as well. And it's not a video to brag about making money. It's more or less a, hey, this is what is possible kind of thing. And this is not going to look like a rat at all, so I just want to forewarn all of you. But so making money on YouTube, there's, I guess, the normal way to make money on YouTube, and this is, I guess, the way I'm going to talk about, is just straight up through ad revenue on YouTube. There's other ways to monetize directly through YouTube, such as like super chats and other things along those lines. So like donations directly to your channel. People can be, I guess, they can subscribe to your YouTube channel as in like a paid partnership, where basically they pay you X amount of money every single month. I think it's about $5. So there's other ways outside of the normal, I guess, just AdSense than there is just making money other ways. So I'm strictly going to be talking about basically how much money does AdSense make you on YouTube. So to get right into it, AdSense varies depending on the kind of YouTube channel that you are or the kind of YouTube videos that you create. So for example, someone that's making video content that isn't necessarily friendly for advertisers to advertise on are not going to make as much money. And this is because people that run companies don't want to put their name on, let's say, like, I don't know, a video of people swearing excessively, or just something that doesn't align with their company values. So people that make, I guess, more edgy and less, I guess the easiest way to say is advertiser friendly content are definitely not going to make anywhere near the same amount of money as someone that makes, let's say, I don't know, family friendly content where they don't swear, and it just, I don't know, just something that's not polarizing and is pretty vanilla for all audiences. So those people are going to make a lot more money. And the way that money is determined is by a thing called CPM, which for some reason, not sure why, but it stands for per thousand views, like the money per thousand views. I don't know where CPM comes from, but that's what it stands for. So the CPM range for most YouTubers can range anywhere from like $1 to anywhere to as far up as $10 and beyond. It really depends on the kind of content that you make. Now, it doesn't actually matter the size of your YouTube channel for the CPM that you will make. You can make higher CPM. It has no relevance to the amount of subscribers that you have. So you could have the minimum of 1,000 subscribers with the watch time that you need, and you could be making the highest CPM. Now, on the other hand, you could have an obnoxious amount of subscribers and you could be making like the lowest CPM of like $1 or $2. It really doesn't matter. It's really based off of the content that you're creating and what advertisers want to put their name on. So, for example, I make Minecraft content. I guess I would deem this into, I'm not directly making videos for younger people, but the videos themselves are seen by advertisers as for a younger audience. So typically speaking, you're going to see ads that are catered more or less towards a younger audience, not necessarily like a super young audience like 13 years old, but maybe an audience that's not over the age of like 25. So a lot of the advertisements are going to be catered towards that younger audience. So depending on how advertisers want to pay for that, that depends on your CPM. I think just off the top of my head, my CPM is probably about $4 to $5. It's kind of right in that middle. I don't make a huge CPM, but I also don't make the bottom line of a CPM. Now, as far as, I guess, money goes, not every video is going to be the same per se. Like a video, your channel is judged, I guess, on a scale where you'll get an average CPM, but then each video can get a higher CPM than another one, because if one video is, I guess, a specific type of content, then that could potentially have more of an impact to your CPM, meaning it'll be higher than versus if the video was less advertiser friendly. Now, another thing that plays a huge role into the amount of money that you make on YouTube and per video is the length of the video, because you can actually add more advertisements if your video breaks the 10-minute mark. Now, this is actually something that I didn't actually know that much about, and I'm not really doing YouTube for the money, but it is there, so I like to maximize it because it's nice to be able to make a little bit of extra money from something that I put a lot of time into. So I started realizing that maybe most of my videos to begin with were over 10 minutes, but I didn't realize that I could add in a second advertisement. So I started doing that once my videos hit 10 minutes long. So if you add in a second advertisement, it pretty much doubles the amount of money that you make on any given video. So those are the factors that play into more or less how much money you make. Now you're probably wondering, okay, Nick, you told me that CPM is the amount of money that basically you get per 1,000 views, and the amount of ads that you put in your video and the kind of content that you're making is all what goes into determining more or less how much money that you're going to make. Now you're probably wondering, well, Nick, how many views do you get per month? Well, what's funny about that as well, another factor unfortunately into how much money you make on YouTube, is the time of year that you're uploading said videos. Advertisers historically don't spend as much money in the month of January because it's after the holidays. So they spend a lot more money in the fourth quarter of the year because they are trying to cater to that holiday audience. So we're going to jump straight into looking at a quick overview of the amount of money that I made in 2019 and kind of dive into where I made the money that I made. So as a quick overview, you can see that I had about 305,000 total views in 2019. And this is actually my best year that I've ever had on YouTube. Next to that, you can obviously see my estimated revenue for 2019, $603. That's not a small amount of money, but it's not an overly huge amount of money. I make that amount of money I have a real job, so I actually make more than that on a regular basis. But $603 isn't nothing for something that I put so much time into and I have a great time doing. So it's a nice benefit for something that I would do, to be honest with you, even if I wasn't making money from it. So we'll take a look at kind of the overview of how many views I've made month by month, and then we'll compare that to the amount of money that I made in each of those months. So as you can see, I started off the year at about 13,000 views per month, went to 11, 13, 16, and kind of started to go gradually up because I think this is right around the time when I started to upload on a more regular schedule. So I started to go up and up and up, and come August, we actually hit our highest viewed month in the month of the year of 2019 with 41,000 views in August. And then we went kind of back down in September and then October. September is actually when I started to make TikTok. So I was putting a lot more time into TikTok versus that I was putting into YouTube. So there was less YouTube videos being published versus the amount of TikToks that I was making. So I was getting less videos up, so therefore I wasn't getting as many views. And then in November, I did 28,000 views. Wasn't the best month considering I kind of went up and then I went right back down. And then I finished off the year pretty well in December because I got back into the groove of doing YouTube, and I did about 40,000 views in the month of December. Now, if you go to the actual revenue that I made in each of those months, you can see in January, I made about $14. And like I said over here, I made about 13,000 views. So my CPM was right around $1 per 1,000 views. Not the best CPM, but that's actually pretty normal for January. A lot of YouTubers make a fraction of what they make in December because all the advertisers had just spent all of their money on ads at the end of the year, and they are kind of recuperating all that money, and now they're gonna pretty much save up to do the exact same thing back in December. People spend more money on ads in, I guess, the end of the year because there's things like Black Friday and then the holidays where people are spending a lot more money, so advertisers are getting them to spend money on their specific stuff. So as you can see, it's kind of follows the same trend as it did over on our views chart, but you can see right around August, we went down in the views department, but over here on our revenue, we kept going up. So if I directly compare that to the amount of views that I got, you can see that for the most part, the trend is pretty much the same. Every time I made X amount of views, the same amount of money kind of went up. The graph pretty much matches. You can see in our most viewed month in August, we did about 41,000 views and we did about $65. So the math on that is about $1.50 per 1,000 views. So not the best, but not the worst in the world. And then you can see towards the end of the year, things kind of go opposite. You know, I do less views than I did in August, but I do relatively about the same amount of money. So I do about 10,000 views less, but I do about the same amount of money in September. And then you can see I do actually even less views in October, but make more money than I did in September, because you got to remember, it's almost Black Friday and advertisers are starting to spend more money at the end of the year. And then you can see in November, this is now the Black Friday month, getting close to the holidays. People are spending a lot of money on ads. So you can see I did 28,000 views and I did about $92. That's roughly about a $3 CPM, give or take, in November. And then you can see I finished off the year doing 39,000 views and did $111 in December. That's pretty much how I made all my money in 2019. And you got to remember, yes, I may have made a total of $603 in 2019, but you do have to pay good old Uncle Sam. So that $603 is probably going to be about half. So it's probably only going to be about $300 because you do have to pay taxes, because this is pre-taxed income and YouTube does not take out those taxes for you. Now, I really hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and I hope you guys found this kind of intriguing, and I hope it didn't come off as me bragging about making money on YouTube, because I don't think it's much of a secret that people that create YouTube content make money from their videos. But I find it so intriguing about the money behind things and businesses and YouTube, I guess, about how much money people make. It's not like a thing where I'm super, like, I want to like share how much money other people make, but I just find it intriguing how much people are doing. I don't know, I just like the idea of making money, and I think it's kind of cool to hear about how other people make money. So that's why I shared with you guys today how much money I made in 2019 from YouTube. And again, if you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my girlfriend and Mai's brand new YouTube channel that we just started today. Actually, we uploaded our first video today, so it will be the top link down in the description, and make sure please go over there and hit that subscribe button, because honestly, I'm super excited about making IRL videos that aren't just Minecraft related, and especially doing it with someone that I love so much, such as my girlfriend. But again, if you did enjoy today's video, definitely show your support down below, and while you're doing that, guys, might as well hit the subscribe on this channel. But as always, guys, I love you all. See you guys next time. Peace out.